guy's the most scary looking of all of them in this game. He's the most menacing.
I think he looks goofy as hell.
He's scary. He shoots missiles out of those things.
He looks goofy.
And he's an octopus. He could, like, strangle you or blow you up. How many lives do I have? Good. Oh, I've got all 4 sub-tanks. What do you know?
Oh, how pretty. It's a day at the beach.
Yeah. It gets underwater. This is an underwater level, and if you've heard me play another underwater level, you know that those are my least favorite. And this game was like, oh, well, you know, no one likes water levels, so let's make that the hardest one.
I like water levels.
I think this is the longest and the hardest level.
The longest and the hardest.
Yes.
Funny jokes. How do you not like this? It's not like it's like you're in like a shitty pond with like...
It has the most instant death things, and there's 2 mini-bosses that you have to fight.
No, not this.
And a 3rd mini-boss if you want to get the heart tank, which I do.
I mean, how do you not like the look of this level? It's so soothing.
Mini-boss number 1.
Except for that guy.
What do I use against this guy? This thing.
That's a silly fish. Ooh, oh, those things look like they... Like the things they talk about in the Amazon, that if you pee, they swim up your pee stream and go inside you.
Up your pee stream.
That's what it is.
Can that happen to women?
I
always thought that was just dudes.
Well, I think it's just more often dudes, because women would have... It would be very difficult.
You had to, like, pee over the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Whenever we used to go fishing when I was little, we had to bring the pee bucket. Well, because it would be like 5 people out on a boat for upwards of a couple hours.
You couldn't just pee into the water? I mean, you weren't fishing on the Amazon.
Well, no, because, I mean, think about the dynamics of a girl trying to pee. Pee all over the boat.
God, this guy sucks so bad.
Oh, he's peeing in a bucket.
No, those things can instant kill me if I fall in. And all he does is push and pull.
Push, 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 all the way down the line. That's an episode of The Twilight Zone, where I can't remember what the twist is, but the guy hates his boss, and he says probably...
God, I almost had a heart attack the first time because I didn't die even though I was in there. I think it pushes me all the way back, yep. No, it didn't. It didn't. It put me after the first boss.
Push, 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 all the way down the line.
Yep.
That's my work ethic, thanks to that episode of Twilight Zone.
God. Can I just get behind him and...
I think you touch him, it hurts you, though. Yeah, you're consistently hurting yourself. Consistently dying.
Well, once I was back there, I can't get out. It was worth a shot.
Have you seen the modern Twilight Zone Twitter feed?
No.
It's really funny. Some people submit some, and whoever runs it comes up with their own. But they're really funny ones, like Bob, like as a joke, Bob purchases a used disposable camera from a thrift store, only to find that all of the pictures are of him. Stuff like that. What's another one? There's one, Brenda is alarmed to find out she literally can't even moments before the big board meeting.
That's funny. Literally can't even.
And there was one, like, Larry is disturbed to discover that every word that he uses as a hashtag, he can no longer speak that word. They're pretty good. I like them. I wish someone would do an actual modern Twilight Zone.
They will at some point.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you know 3 people died making the Twilight Zone movie?
I did. I actually did know that.
It was well,
do you want to tell the story?
Yes, I do.
Do it.
It's one of the Twilight Zone segments in the movie, and this is the movie from like the 80s. Is a guy who, I don't know if he's racist or whatever, I don't know. But he ends up going back into like a lot of different historical instances where people are being discriminated against, and he's always the one who's being discriminated against, so he understands. And one of them is he goes back to Vietnam during the Vietnam War, and he's Vietnamese, and he's trying to save these 2 Vietnamese kids. And so they decided it would be a good idea to have an actual helicopter flying around, and he was saving the kids and like trudging through the water, and the helicopter crashed, and the blades cut off all of their heads. It was just...
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And Steven Spielberg and John Landis were the ones. John Landis of Ghostbusters fame.
Yep. He's in a lot of stuff.
They actually got into like a really big fight about it, and
about whether or not to use the...
I don't know if it was like that. One was against it, one was with it, but it was basically what ensued after, like, because of course there were crazy lawsuits.
Yeah.
But they were never friends again after that movie.
Weird.
Probably because the idea that they killed 3 people, including 2 little kids.
Horribly.
That would have something to do.
Yeah, that's rough.
You can also find that on YouTube. It's not terrible, but it's more odd seeing a helicopter crash. Like, there were 3 people and then there were not 3 people.
Yeah. Whew. While you're telling that story, I beat one of the 3rd of 4 mini-bosses. I had to fight that guy again.
You looked like a lamprey. Ooh, there's broken glass in the water. Get out of there.
He's right here, I think. This guy's dumber, though, because he comes out of the ground, and he goes right back in.
Oh no, he reminds me of Jafar in Aladdin.
A little bit. This guy's more of a pain. The other guy just swims around in the water, and you can, like, jump on him and stay on him. This guy jumps up, makes a turn where you can't hit him anymore.
Well, you're shooting him right in the head,
Yeah.
so that's good.
There we go. This is the good one.
Yeah.
I think you can shoot his tail, too. It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's harder.
Ow!
You dick! But you notice that head was one of the things that was being manufactured in Flame Mammoth stage.
I did not know
on the
that.
conveyor. Yeah.
I didn't notice it at all.
And there's little robot guys that shoot beams, and I think they're used in one of the last levels.
I like those fat fishies.
They explode if they suck me up, and I have to stay in there too long. Okay, this boss, I should be able to beat him on the first try. Because I have a thing that will be good. I have a thing that will be good against him.
Okay, what's that?
I have 2 things, actually. I have his actual weakness, and then I have a secondary weakness that disables him.
Okay.
This is the thing. I just need to...
How do you think he's scary? He's the goofiest looking dude there is.
He's menacing.
Are you afraid of octopuses?
No.
Well, I only asked that because if you think that he's scary, and you told me recently you hadn't ever seen all of The Little Mermaid, because...
There, see? His arms are gone now.
It looks even goofier. You hadn't seen all of The Little Mermaid because Ursula scared you when you were little.
That's true.
So I think.
And now everyone knows. I was like 3 or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean.
But she was
you weren't
scary.
like 25 and like, oh!
Oh, those don't bounce off the walls. Shit.
She's got one of the best villain songs too.
Yeah, she does.
Did you know B. Arthur was actually the role was written for B. Arthur?
I did not know
Yes, but she couldn't do it because she was too busy making one of the best shows of all time, The Golden Girls!
that. Golden Girls, woo!
Woo!
Oh, man, man.
Good job.
That used to be so hard for me, and I did that in 2 lives.
You should feel proud.
I am.
You should give...
I am.
You should give little Chuck a pat on the back. Here, I'll pat you on the back right now.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now I've got homing missiles.
I thought
It says horming.
It does say horming. I thought it said hormones first.
Wait. What's a horming missile? Is that real?
I think that's a typo.
Horming missile.
Horming missile.
Whoremongering missile.
Oh. Whores get nothing.
Whores get missiles.
Well, this one went off the tracks.
Yeah.